Hello, my name is Shanitah Namukose. I'm the reigning queen, first runner-up face of Entebbe. And today we are here with our board chairperson, Mr. Richard Wamala Lule, and he's going to tell us all about face of Entebbe, the future, the past, and what is it now. So, Mr. Wamala, what is face of Entebbe?
Thank you, Queen Shanitah. Face of Entebbe started in 2017, and it's a community-based initiative. Our main goal is to support vulnerable pregnant mothers and children in Entebbe and the places around Entebbe.
What are the main objectives of face of
Entebbe? Before I take you to the objectives, I'll take you to some of the things that inspired us to start Face of Entebbe and why we support vulnerable pregnant mothers first. 2017, we thought we could start with vulnerable pregnant mothers after seeing a lot of women struggling at the time of giving birth. At the moments when they are pregnant, they are left there by the fathers of the babies inside them. And you know, in Entebbe, and the cost of birth in Entebbe hospitals is quite high. So we thought, how best can we support these struggling mothers? I remembered one of the stories my mom told me, that I was born on a roadside. So I imagined that, being born on a roadside and seeing someone delivering on a roadside, or in a place where it's not convenient, where there are no good medical facilities. It required someone to stand up to support those people and to help them out. So we thought that through an event, we can collect some funds, and those funds can help us. So first we thought of what could attract people to these events, and we thought of a beauty pageant, where we could have beautiful girls come to contest to be queens. And instead, these girls acted as ambassadors of this cause. And all the sessions of questions and everything, it was telling, we were driving them to how best can you support these women, these struggling women and their children. And they concentrated on that, and they became ambassadors of hope to these children. And there, our goal after we raised this money was to support these mothers by offering childcare support, emergency, antenatal and postnatal needs, covering their hospital expenses, and giving also support for single and teenage mothers. Also, we added some scaling programs, but our main mission is to support vulnerable pregnant mothers and children. We have some other objectives like supporting orphans and vulnerable children, promoting advocacy for girls on their rights in communities and academic institutions, empowering teenage and single mothers through vocational training so as to enable them engage in income-generating activities, also promoting the rights of children, and also community awareness about HIV and AIDS, and lastly is the community outreach.
Wow, that's great. So, Face of Entebbe hosts the biggest VIP event in Entebbe, and it does all these objectives. It's not easy for a normal person to start such an organization and be successful. Richard, who are you and how have you managed to put Face of Entebbe on top?
Okay, it's not only me. Face of Entebbe has a team of 4 directors as per our NGO memorandum, and they act as the supreme body of the organization. However, they receive and take action of the resolutions made from the board. This board is a combination of past and current queens, and also stakeholders from different walks of life. They make the Face of Entebbe board. I am the chairman. So I work with the queens and also the board and the directors to see everything happen, and that's how all activities move.
Okay, so you have talked about queens. What criteria do you follow to select the queens?
Yeah, the face of Entebbe queen is assessed in many ways. First, she must be creative. She must be a talented queen. She must be inspiring. She must be brave. She must be strong. Like to win face of Entebbe pageant is not something easy. You have to stand up for the women, for the children. You have to be a shifter of hope in the struggling communities. You have to be an ambassador of hope. You have to be everything. So our queens, we do not look at the outer beauty, much as they are always beautiful. We look at what they can do for the best of the community. We look at popularity and how they can influence the community in supporting the most vulnerable people. So the best queen who can convince us can take the crown. However, we have queens who have achieved more than being just the queen face of Entebbe. We have Queen Charity. She was in Miss Tourism, first runners-up in their region. She's the current representative for the country at Miss Heritage Global. So we also have Queen Rachel, who was also our first queen. She was Miss Talent Buganda in 2017. Also the second runner-up for Miss Busiro County in Miss Tourism Buganda also. We also have Shanitah. I think that's you. You are the reigning queen for Miss Tourism Bukedi region, and also you are our first runners-up queen. Also, our current queen, Shani Patience, she's currently Miss Humanity Uganda. So our queens go through a lot and they become better even after face of Entebbe pageant.
So after that, the queens are no longer your representatives. Do they still need to work for face of Entebbe, or it's up to them?
Yeah, they stay with the board. They be part of the board, face of Entebbe board, so that they can continue doing the humanitarian acts in the community. However, if one wishes to take on another course of life, it's still open for her to do that. Yes.
Okay, what are some of the initiatives Face of Entebbe has
engaged in? Okay, Face of Entebbe prioritizes the importance of being involved and giving back through a dedicated community platform of charitable partnerships within and outside Entebbe. As leaders and role models within their communities, our queen effect positive change through volunteering, fundraising, and advocacy. And also, we have staged the biggest VIP event in Entebbe, and we brand it Face of Entebbe Live. It's an annual awards and beauty pageant, and every year we organize this event where queens are evaluated in talent, creativity, and their knowledge in the support for the vulnerable children. And in this 1 year, they are crowned the actors ambassadors for this cause. We also award people, give them awards in the different walks of life in the same event. The funds we collect in this event help us to organize the many activities that we have through the year. For example, the Women's Day charity. Every year on the 8th of March, the International Women's Day, we organize something to an event for the women. We get packages, we take to them mostly in the most vulnerable areas like learning sites, and we also talk to them, inspire them, and it's a series of a lot of activities. At times we engage them in sporting activities. And not only that, we have the lockdown bread. Since the COVID time started, and a lot of women, even the elderly and children, were struggling for food. And in sessions of about 3-4 months, we could organize this lockdown bread initiative. and we go to these communities and take food relief to them, at least food which can take a family a month, depending on how our support has come in. Also, First of Entebbe does, we have a computer school, but the purpose of the computer school is to support the organization in day-to-day activities. So we have a computer school, and it's one of our income-generating activities. We also have Smachi lessons. Smachi stands for Smile It's Mother and Child Initiative. This one will train women in bakery, hairdressing, tailoring. We know that if we give them these skills, they can help them earn a living for their children. Okay? And they cannot feel so vulnerable not to support their kids if they have these skills. So these skills are offered by First of Entebbe and for free, and at the end of the courses, we give them certificates. Now, we also have the Mama's Bag. That is one of the biggest projects we do, and our intention is at least to do it 3 minimum or up to 6 times a year. Now, the Mama's Bag supports the vulnerable pregnant mothers, and we give them kits, and each kit contains a baby kit, a mama kit, baby diapers, baby porridge, clothes for the mom, clothes for the child. And this activity has to be done is aimed at supporting at least 100 mothers every outreach. So in other activities, we do some partnerships with other NGOs and CBOs around Entebbe. We also support vulnerable orphans and vulnerable children. We do guidance and counseling for the youth and teen mothers and a lot more activities. So that's what we do.
Wow, that's great. Is First of Entebbe associated with any specific political party, religion, or specific tribe?
Like you, Shanitah, you're Muslim, Richard, I'm a Christian, and humanity does not check our religious backgrounds, and neither does it check our political backgrounds. So it's all about humanity, and it's all about doing the best we can for the community and making people of Entebbe happy, mostly the vulnerable people.
So, First of Entebbe not being associated with any political party, do you rather get help from local leaders or political leaders?
Like local leaders, yes, they come, but when they need, you get most times when they need. And it's not that any time they are in need of these people. And we as First of Entebbe, we cannot keep reminding them that there is a struggling mother somewhere, there is a vulnerable child, an orphan child somewhere who needs your help. However, we make this platform open for them. Once they see the call, they can come in and support us and support these people, or they can choose not to come. So it's not mandatory that they are supposed to give us, but on limited occasions we've had support from just a few, at least mentioned political leaders or leaders around. Most support comes from people in general. Everyone gives support. Yes.
That's great. So, with your own definition of success, is First of Entebbe a success?
Yeah, it's a success because we've reached out to many people, and everywhere we go, they appreciate you. They're happy because they have seen us. During the moments when they need help most, First of Entebbe has always been there. We have always been the first organization that came in even during COVID time. And every time there is a struggling mother, I remember a story where a woman was giving birth from the roadside in Baita, that is on Kampala Road. Everyone, the men around there were looking at taking pictures of the lady giving birth until they called us, and they thought that someone out there can come and rescue this mother. So I'm happy that people of Entebbe cannot see a mother struggling with pregnancy and they don't think about Face of Entebbe. They always come to us, and we always give whatsoever we can to make sure that woman doesn't struggle, to make sure the baby is safe, and also the mother itself. So to me, it is a success.
Oh, that's great. Why do you see Face of Entebbe in a few years to come?
Yeah, a lot to come. We have hope that with time, a lot of people will come to learn about us. A lot of people will come to support us, and they will come to help us support the community together. So I'm seeing a great organization that I'm seeing our vision and mission come true in a few years to come. Yes.
That's great. So, is there a word you would give to the vulnerable women, the children out there that have really lost hope completely? They think that they're the verge.
Okay, yeah. To those women and children who are suffering out there, someone is coming to bring a smile anytime, any day, today or tomorrow, because our mission will not stop. We shall always come to them, and we shall always make sure when we reach them, we leave them happy, we leave them smiling, we give them hope, so they should not lose hope. And also to the men out there, the men like me, that please support your women in times of pregnancy, support them, and also support your children. Don't throw your children away. They need you, they need your family, they need you as a dad. Yeah, we love them and we care about them.
Okay, thank you very much. I really had a great time with our board chairperson, and personally, I appreciate all his efforts to see the women in this world shining. Thank you.